You are now tuned into the program with Tyler on Demand. Oh yeah, it's the program with Tyler on Demand. I will explain if you didn't understand. It's the program with Tyler on Demand. What's not a mystery, as you can see them on camera, and we were just setting it up if you're watching the stream, is I do have the lovely ladies of Kontra with me, and just before I introduce them, I do want to share essentially like their bio, their mission, not the whole mission statement, but part of the blurb that is Kontra, because I think a lot of the things that we're going to reference, it'll be good if you guys hear this, because I'm definitely going to reference back to it during the interview, so I just want to get it all on wax, as they say. Kontra the Collective was formed as the antithesis to the gatekeeping culture that exists in the industry. Kontra is event curation, community, workshops, artist development, live shows, markets, consulting, open mics, showcases, contests, networking opportunities, and so much more. Can you believe it? More than that. Kontra is the first step an artist takes in realizing their dream of becoming a full-time artist. Whether someone makes music, is a photographer, actor, painter, or artisan, Kontra will help to bridge the gap of access into these industries. Into these industries. Was doing good, guys. We're going to keep going. The founders, Jada and Rachel, also known as Organized Khaos and Risk, see community and collectivism as revolutionary. People were never meant to do it all alone, and with Kontra, they won't have to. Creativity connects us all, from the music you listen to the shows you watch on TV, to the art on the walls in your apartment. Art is all around us. Artists, big or small, should have the opportunity to create a career out of their craft and their talents, and not just because of who you know. Women, BIPOC, and queer people should be able to feel safe and protected while pursuing their dreams. And it is on that, all of y'all listening, that I present Kontra. Da, 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 da. I wish we got to get our laugh track focused. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Laugh track? Did I say laugh track? I meant clap track. Why isn't this coming out? Oh, there we go. Ha 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 ha, everybody, this is Kontra. Yay. So if y'all wouldn't mind, please introducing yourselves individually, and then we'll go from there.
Ooh, I'm first. Ha. Oh yeah, Sandy. Hi, I'm Organized Khaos, and I am a co-founder of Kontra. I'm also a musician in my own right. I am a alternative soul vocalist and rapper. And I paint and I write and I do things. And yeah, that's me.
Hey, it's Risk. I need you to read everything that we need from here on out, because the way that you started with the rhythm of it was so good. No, it was great. It was great the whole time. Yeah, I'm Risk. I'm also a co-founder. There's only two of us who made this endeavor that we're on. We've been doing it for almost 4 months now. I also do my own art. I'm a singer-songwriter, indie artist. And I also do photography. That's me.
So it seems that like a natural bleeding into a lot of your mission statement, which is supporting a lot of variety of artists, comes from yourselves having a lot of variety in your artistry as well. Do you find that helps you relate to some of the artists that you take on, having your hands in different parts of the creativity process? Or do you find maybe that there's some clashing on that front?
No, I think it leads with everything. I think we've gotten a lot of feedback in the last couple of months of doing this that have been so positive. Mostly coming back to being we have never been treated so well as an artist, or you thought of things that a lot of other places don't. And I think that comes from us having been on the other side of it. When we're doing live shows and stuff like that, just being able to not hold the artist's hand a little bit, but we do work with a lot of artists who haven't had their first headline show, or they haven't done a show at all yet. They haven't gotten the opportunity. No one's given them a chance yet. And I think the way that we kind of put them into it is okay, no, hold on. We're going to educate you, mentor you a little bit, and give you the opportunity. And I think we only know that because we've been on that side of it.
Yeah, performing live is a learning curve. There's things that you don't know until it's right in front of you and you're like, oh. And so, having being artists and having those years of like, okay, we've been performing, we've done this, we've had to deal with the venues and this such and this such and this such. I think it's a big benefit to the artists that we work with because we understand where they're coming from. Especially if they're brand new and they're like, okay, I've never done this. I don't know what you're asking me for. I don't know what an input sheet is. I don't, I'm like, okay, all right, let's talk about it. Let's help. Let me help you so that we can do this right. Yeah.
Kind of right to that. When do you feel like you got to that point? Because I know Kontra, first of all, has had a couple different iterations. I know this is the most recent endeavor around it, but when do you both feel like you got to that point to be that?
Ooh, because I started, I guess, really taking, my personal music seriously in around like 2023. And so I started doing performances. I think I did my first headline show in 2025. I realized it's not even that long ago. But you learn so much from opening for artists, from doing showcases, from doing your first headline, all the things that you need to bring into how you need to pitch yourself, how all of this thing, how things need to go. And so I think last year in 2025, I did around like 6 or 7 shows, all self-booked. Yeah. All self-booked. Kontra has had a lot of iterations. I guess I've been there for all of them. And I think this is where it was supposed to lead to where it's something that helps everyone and not just, me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like for the people who don't know what the iterations are, right. Kontra used to be a band that you were in featuring Mr. Emu and Camp Strife. And I think as y'all all kind of realized, okay, we got some other projects that we want to work on, that kind of disbanded a little bit. And then we were talking a lot about, we're 2 Aries. We got a lot of dreams. Yeah. We have a lot of nerve, a lot of audacity, a lot of belief that we can do things, and a lot of anger, I feel like. Yeah. I think a lot of this comes from us being like pissed that we don't have opportunities, like where it's so hard to pitch to like venues around here or get writers rounds. There's nothing like in DC. There's a bit of a drought. I feel like DC like really took a hit from COVID. Like third spaces don't. And I know some of my friends who might be watching this are like, oh, there she goes again talking about third spaces. Cause I'm always ranting about this, but like we were mad about it and we were like, wait, we got to do something. And we were thinking about like various different like professional endeavors to do together. Cause we knew that we would work well together. And then one day, I made friends with what?
Nothing. Oh, I just remembered when we first started talking about the that we wanted to like do stuff like this. It was after the photo shoot with you.
Oh yeah.
That's right. We did do a show back in February, Love Locket Volume 2. That was that one, right?
Yeah.
And then we did the photo shoot for that. Wait, I don't know what you're going on, so I'll give it back. But I remember.
Yeah, we were like, oh, this went really well. Like we work well together. That was when we did a show together. And then we were like, okay, we can do more together. And that was, I think, our first time being like really doing something like professional, organized together. We had done like content days together. We had done events before, but, and those were really, really successful. And we were like, oh, okay, we're really good at organizing together, bringing people together, whatever. But I made friends with this guy who I thought was just the bouncer at a live show. Turns out he was like this amazing resource. We became close friends and he was like, I have this space. Would love if you guys did like, can you bring people in? I need people to buy drinks at the bar. And I was like, one thing we can do is bring people in. So I was like, okay, like immediately I pulled her in and we were like, okay, well, what do we name this? And she was like, we were thinking and we came up with some horrible names. We came up with some real bad names.
I need to know what option 2, 3, and 4 were.
I think one was like Organized Risks. It was just bad. It was bad. And then I was like, it was Take a Risk. And I was like, no, we do not want to be communicating that it's like anything risky to be like doing stuff with us, So and then we were like, okay, we can't use our real names. Like we can't use our artist names, right? And then she was like, well, I guess I was like the main like thought person for the name Kontra, and I was like, I'm obsessed with the name Kontra. I think Kontra is such a good name.
Can I talk about the name? Yeah. So the name Kontra, I think it was Cam Strife. He had an idea for something that was like something controversy or like and I was like, well, what if it's just Kontra? Like, what if we just cut all the excess everything? What if it's just Kontra?
Excess everything is just a word. What are you talking? Like, what?
I was like, I feel like it sounds cool. You know, it could be like, you know, the antithesis as you will of all these other things, right? And yeah, that's where the name originated. But I was like, well, those kind of ideas still matter to us, right? It still was a part of the thing that we were creating. So like, why not just carry on the name? The group itself had already disbanded. You know, we were already working on our own like personal careers. So, you know, I talked to them about it and I was like, hey, are you guys okay if I use this name that we had for, you know, something that helps everyone? And they're like, yeah, of course. And so the rest is history.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's like a collection plate. Pass it around. Everybody gets some. Yeah. Well, I really love the name too. You know, since the first iteration, and like, it still lives strong now. It just sounds good. I think it rolls off the tongue. It is. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the video game from like the late '80s, the '90s, Contra. Yeah. Yep. Ocean knows. Spelled with a C. So, you know, set yourself apart enough. But it sounds like it was that this whole endeavor was born out of a need in multiple ways, both personal and collective and community wise. Something you wrote in the like the statement that I read earlier that I wrote down: community and collectivism as revolutionary. You know, you see it as that. And you mentioned earlier even like this idea of anger, or this idea of like an energy of wanting something that wasn't there. So I guess I kind of want to just hear a little bit more about that. Like, in what way do you see it as revolutionary?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay. Well, I think it's like actually kind of surprising, because I think we knew that it was going to be helpful for people in DC, because we, all of us met. Well, actually, I don't know how y'all met, but we met from The Pocket, which is this third space that hosts open mics, free open mics. And it has become such an important thing for so many artists around here, because it's where you go to like be in community and find collaborators and get your footing as someone who's doing like live stuff. And it literally doesn't feel like an open mic. It feels like you're going to like a showcase with just like premium artists going the whole time, right? Boom, 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 boom. And another one, and another one. And I think from that, we kind of had like this framework of like, okay, there's this. Is there anything else like that we can find? And the answer was kind of no. So we were like, it'd be really cool if we just had something that was another one of those types of spaces, right? Like, it doesn't feel like there's enough going on in DC for artists. And I think that the natural progression past that was like, okay, let's do our first open mic. Let's do our first workshop. Let's do our first whatever, right? And as we started getting into these events, we started realizing how impactful it was, because people would show up and be like, you can't even begin to understand like how much I've been looking for opportunities, because there is such, I think the nature of this industry is like there is such a barrier to get started and so much intimidation to get started that, you know, it's kind of impossible if you don't know the right people or have the right resources or have the right people in your corner saying like, no, okay, let's start you out slow or whatever, right? So I think, you know, when you're in a space that has this kind of drought for opportunities, you're like, oh, well, there's no way that I can actually pursue my dream and do something that really like fulfills me and that I need to do, because I can't even get my foot in the door. So I think what we see as like the revolutionary part of it is like, we don't ask artists to come with 10K followers. We don't ask artists to come with $500. We don't ask artists to come with anything other than where they're at. And if we see talent, if we see something that we like, if we're like, we really fuck with you, then it's like, get over here. Let's do a show, you know? Yeah.
Because I feel like the music industry likes to haze people who are starting out. It's like, you know what? I'm going to put you through absolute hell and scam you along the way so that you cannot reach your dream. And it's like, okay, we don't have to do this, guys. And like, it doesn't have to be this way. And I often hear people, a lot of times complain about the music industry and like the gatekeepingness of it all, but also like, oh, well, why do we only hear from these artists, or why is everything only mainstream? And I'm like, it's because the barrier to access is so crazy. And it was really I'm upset about this. I'm angry about this. No one else is doing this, so why not? Why not try it and see if we can be of help to other artists as we continue to grow ourselves. Let's remove the hazing aspect. Yeah, just come on in and we'll try to find something for you. Yeah.
Lovely. I think that's really well said across the board. That was just nice to listen to. I am interested in, because as we mentioned, and we'll talk about a little more, you're both solo artists as well. How do you balance supporting Kontra and then supporting your own solo endeavors as well? It seems like maybe there's some stories behind that.
Yeah. I think another thing that we didn't realize when we were starting this was how much we were actually taking on. Like, I think we knew, but I think we didn't realize how important it was going to be to so many people and how much that motivates us to do more. So, I know that you're still doing like amazing work. You're working on an album right now. You also have a job, So like,
you have a job?
Yeah. I guess I do.
Yeah, make sure they know that.
Yeah. I also have a job.
She does in fact have a job. Where's the other camera? There it is.
Let it be known. But I think like we have so many things that we're juggling individually. It really, and again, a lot of it is reminding ourselves when something like doesn't go as well as we want it to, or maybe we drop an event that we didn't promote as well as we could have, or just like things. We're learning literally so much with every event that we do. As we go on, we're doing a lot of reminding ourselves how early on in the process we are. Again, we are going into our 4th month, which is crazy. We've done like 15, 16 events at this point. And so the navigation of the personal stuff is kind of being like, okay, there's so much more on my plate now. How do I check in with myself? How do I be mindful? And feel like I'm balanced in what I do. But I know that we both love the work so much. We're kind of workaholics when it's something that we love. So for me personally, like when I have a billion things on my plate, I'm happier. I have a better quality of life. So the balance is like, it's a process to figure it out, and we're still figuring it out. But I think we're doing a good job because we're checking in with ourselves. We're not trying to overwork ourselves.
And I would say we depend on each other a lot for this. Like this would not happen without like us being partners. Because, there's times where it's like, okay, I had to be gone for a few days, working. And so, Rachel will take on more, or vice versa. Rachel will have a festival, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take on more this weekend, right? And it's that back and forth. We still prioritize our own careers. Like if Risk comes to me and is like, oh my God, I have this opportunity. Is it okay if I miss? Go. Yeah. Go. Wait.
No, we literally had a call where I like got this opportunity to do a festival in New York. Thank you. And but it was going to be on a day of a live show, and live shows are extremely intense to operate, right? There's a lot of things going on, and I didn't want to make her feel abandoned. So I call her up and I was like, okay, so here's the deal, right? Here's what's going on. I didn't even get my sentence out, and she was like, you're going.
It's like, you're going, I can handle it here. I will hold down the fort. She did. And so it's really about depending on each other, making sure that you do take time to rest. I have to force myself to rest. But I think it does help that we're both a bit of workaholics, and we really do care about, the people we're working with, the initiative that we're putting forward. It's a passion. Yeah.
Again, I just keep getting lost in listening to you guys. Like, it's very soothing for one, but then it's just saying some real good stuff. Yeah. And some of y'all may see I'm like crossing out as we go because they're also just like naturally answering questions that I would have had. So I like this. This is a nice little flow here. Okay, well, so let's keep on the workaholic point because you do got 2 events coming up. 2 events that you wanted to highlight, the Writers Round and big one, Songbird Show coming up. So I know those are both kind of like different ends of the spectrum in terms of style of event. So I think that's really cool to have them in like a short period of time as well. But tell us a little bit about what's going on, what exactly those are, and when they're happening.
All right. So first up, we got our Writers Round that's happening this Saturday. It's going to be at the Dagsby. And so the Writers Round is kind of adopted from this like idea of like writers rounds in like Nashville, where it's more singer-songwriter-y. You kind of present your song and it's very intimate. You present your song to a room of people and they kind of give their feedback on the writer process. And so we kind of adopted that and expanded it. So it's not just, one type of sound, one type of genre. It's, a nice space. You get some food, you get some drinks. And you can give the artist tells you what they want feedback on. So, a rap artist can come up there and say that, oh, I want feedback on my lyrics, or I want feedback on my lyrics and my production quality, or I don't want. Right. And someone who is a rock artist could go on there and do the same thing. It's still a bit more stripped back and, it's still a bit more intimate. It's not the place where you do like your big performance, right? But you're showcasing your song and, getting a lot of from it. You're getting a lot of content from it too. We're recording the entire night. And, having a place to promote your music, promote things that you have going on. And yeah, I think it's something very new and different for the DC area. You want to talk about Hit Shuffle?
Yeah, well, also just like barely add on to that. And to piggyback off of that, in class, there'd be this one kid who's like trying to get their conversation points in there. And to piggyback off of that, and then they say point.
What they missed was
right.
Well, I think the thing that like is really special to me about this event is that like I think artists don't really get a space very often to like really have a lot of time to talk about themselves. Like I think a lot of artists feel kind of shy. They're like, okay, here's my music, but I don't want to talk about myself too much, right? And this like really allows people the opportunity to be like, okay, like this was the inspiration behind it. And I feel like it's such good training because when you think about like any other style of interview, any other style of like content, talking about yourself is such a skill. And I feel like people don't realize that until they need to realize that. And I think this, without even knowing it, a lot of people show up and they're getting this experience, this practice of being like, oh yeah, what, how do I put into words like this rich inner world that created this song, So I love that about the Writers Round. We do one every season. This is going to be our second one. We did a spring one and it was just so intimate and special. And I think people came away from it feeling very important too. And then Hit Shuffle. Oh, Hit Shuffle. Okay. Hit Shuffle is going to be crazy. And we're trying to make it crazy. The brainchild came from us being like, we want something that gives opportunities to, genders other than men in the entertainment space. So our headliner is a non-binary punk rap artist. So cool. Their name is Father Saka. They do their artistry with a full band behind them, but they're doing a lot of rapping, it's just so cool. And the other the full concept for the show is that it's like multi-genres. So it's like you're going on a shuffle on a bunch of different playlists and you're going boom, R&B, boom, punk rap, boom, indie, boom, whatever. And we're really excited about it. Fun fact, we are still looking for one opener because we had to have someone drop out for an emergency. And we all the love to that person, but we are looking for someone to fill a 25-minute set. Any genre. We're looking for any genre. Yeah. Reach out to us. I believe our Instagram was just dropped in the chat earlier. So if you're not watching this live, you're seeing the recording. Our Instagram is Hey Kontra. That's a good way to reach out to us. Our Gmail is Hey Kontra. Is
that one Y or two?
That's one. That'd be funny. Hey Kontra.
I wrote like that earlier somewhere. I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Just one. It's Hey Kontra, and then the email is @gmail.com. Yeah. And we're so excited about it. It's going to be at Songbird. That's a max cap 250 person venue. And our goal, we're Aries. We have lofty goals and we believe that we can do it.
We are going to sell this out.
We're going to try and sell it out. So please, if you're seeing this right now, that is the show to be at. If you care about me, if you care about my children. No, I'm kidding. Like, be at that show. It's going to mean a lot to us.
What is it again?
That's a good point.
I didn't know if you said it.
It's August 27th at that Songbird, doors 7, show at 8.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, y'all, I think we're going to take a brief break here. Want to play a little bit of music from the people that you're hearing. You know, like I said, they have multiple sides to them. You just heard a lot of one side. Now let's hear some of the other side. But thank you, y'all. Stay tuned. We're going to come back and talk a little more. And then after that, I heard maybe we're going to do a little live performance. Is that still the case? Oh, they're making me silly now. Oh, goodness. Pardon? What did you? All right, we're going to go to this music break here. Here's some music from Organized Khaos.
You are now tuned into the program with Tyler on Demand. Oh yeah, it's the program with Tyler on Demand. I will explain if you didn't understand. It's the program with Tyler on Demand.